Okay, so did you guys completed your practicals? S3? All done, huh? Super. How about online? Okay, perfect. Super. Okay, Nana. So in our last class, what we did was we did half of the S3 practicals. So did you create it buckets, public, private buckets, versioning, static website hosting, everything done, no? Easy, correct? Nice. So what we're going to do today is the leftover topics on S3 practicals. We'll finish it off today. Okay. So let me quickly log into account, my MFA. Online, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay. So let's go to S3. Yeah. So you know that S3 is regional. Remember, we learned S3 was global, but after some time they have changed to, they have updated to as a regional. Actually, it is regional. Before, the logic, if you remember, S3 buckets are regional. Did we learn this? Buckets are regional. So when you are creating the buckets in every region, how could S3 can be a global? If you select on the region, if it is global, when you're creating a bucket, it will give an option in which region you want to create. So now what they did, whenever you select S3 region as a Mumbai, automatically Mumbai region was selected when you're creating a bucket. That's the only difference they have done. So they thought that doesn't make any sense if the S3 is global when they're creating the buckets are regional. It took a long time to make them sense on it. That's fine. So let's keep it in Mumbai. And what we're going to do, let's create a bucket. Okay. So what we do, we create a bucket and see what are the topics left, and then we'll concentrate on it. So let's create a bucket called 9 a.m. So which bucket you need to create? Private bucket. ACLs, disable, check. So I'm just going creating a bucket. Huh? Someone created, not deleted. Our batch only, correct? Huh? Uh, huh? Like this, huh? Conflict in progress. So they are creating, someone is creating with the same name. Okay. Okay. So guys, I think someone has created this bucket, 9 a.m. private bucket, not deleted. I told you to delete all the buckets once you are done with the practicals. So someone left like this. In our last class, we use the same name or not? Okay. Anyways, we created this. We go inside. Nana, on objects, we have seen everything, correct? Those who have not coming offline, you are attending online, no? Or you are completely leave. Okay, so we have completed the object section. We have completed the properties, but in properties, one thing is there. Read that. Intelligent tiering archive configuration. Intelligent tiering archive configuration. As the name clearly, if you remember, if you try to read that properly, intelligent tiering is one of the storage class. Intelligent tiering archive configuration. So if you have any objects in intelligent tier storage class, if those are being not used, can we move it to archive? So this is the one. Enable objects stored in intelligent tier storage class to tear down to the archive access tier or deep archive access tier when they are optimized for them, but they are rarely accessed for the longer period of times. So if we have any objects in intelligent storage class, and what is the meaning of intelligent storage class? Intelligent tiering storage class. So that is called unknown access patterns. Which one? Unknown access patterns, correct? So we don't know whether we are using it regularly or frequently or not frequently. So assume there are few objects which are not used frequently. So assume few objects are not used for so many months. Unnecessarily you're keeping it intelligent tier. It's waste of money or not? So what this configuration will do is, if you create this configuration, if you click on create configuration and give the name called test something, and if you select this, archive, there are two types of tiers here, archive access tier, deep archive. So archive is 90 days, deep archive is 180 days. And if your objects in intelligent tier and storage class is not being used for 90 days, if you create this configuration, automatically it will move to the archive access tier. And if you're not using for 180 days, then it will move to the deep archives. So if you want this kind of requirement, and then go ahead and then create that configuration, otherwise not required. Okay. And then in permission section, so permissions overview, you can view it in access analyzer. Anytime what is the bucket? This is public bucket or private bucket? Private buckets. Can anytime edit it and make it to public? Yes. Click on edit and then uncheck. So this will become public. Bucket policy we'll talk. Object ownerships we know. ACLs, remember, if you want to give the permissions, as it is private bucket, ACLs are enabled or disabled. That's why edit option is disabled. If you want to give the permissions for private bucket, you need to use IAM policies or bucket policy. Today, let's talk about this CORS. What is CORS? Cross origin resource sharing online. Cross origin resource sharing. So do you remember that paint on that day? If we have two buckets, let's create a two buckets. One bucket called CORS bucket 1, CORS bucket 2. So I'll just remind you once. I'll create a bucket called CORS bucket 1. And I want to upload one. What I'll do is I'll upload some small index.html file, some HTML file. And then in the same one, I will upload one more file called load.html. How many files are there? 2 files. Instead of puppy, I'm using load.html, another file. Can I call load.html in index.html? Can I call? As a part of HTML code. If you have one single page, you can call another page inside to the same page. Okay. I have index.html, and in that index.html, okay, I will enable static website hosting for this. Okay, Nana? If I enable static website hosting, I can open my index.html on the page, web browser. So index.html contain, this is CORS demo. This is CORS demo is from which content, which file content? Index.html file content. We need to know the load.html content also, no? So call it as, this is loading from the same bucket. I have the content of that load.html as this. Now, when I open index.html, my index.html content and load.html both will work or not? In this case, it will work because both objects are in the same bucket. Is this clear? Online, Nana, is this clear? Do you understand? Okay. So both file content will be appeared because the both files are in the same bucket. Now what I do is I'll create another bucket. I call it as CORS bucket 2. You can give any name, but I'm just giving CORS bucket 2. Instead of putting load.html now, I'll upload load.html here. Nana, can I call load.html in this index.html now? I'm calling now, but will this work? So this line will work, second line will open. It will not open because cors is disabled. So what I do, I need to enable the cors where in bucket 1 or bucket 2? Bucket 2. So here we have cors, we need to enable. Cors I told you is a JSON script. To which origin that you need to enable? Cors bucket 1. Either you can give cors bucket 1 or you can give star. If you give star, any origin can access our load.html. You understood this scenario? Should I simulate this scenario now? Should I do the practicals on this? So you tell me how many buckets we need to create? 2 buckets. Cors bucket 1, bucket 2. Public or private? Huh? I told you static website hosting should be enabled. It's a public bucket. So we need to create a public buckets. Okay. So let's go ahead and create a bucket. Create bucket. Call it as 9 a.m. cors bucket 1. Let's see whether is ACS enabled or disabled. Huh? Enable. Check uncheck. Uncheck. Here check. And then create buckets. Oh, good. 9 a.m. cors bucket 1 is there. So now I go inside. And what are the files that I need to upload here? Index.html and load.html. Should I show you what is there inside that index.html? Small code. I just downloaded it. Okay, cors. Okay. Let me edit. There's a notepad here. Yeah. See now. So this is it is good always to open. That's fine. I'll ask to them to install. So this is the small script. This is HTML language that we have in index.html. Those who know HTML, these are the tags. We call it as HTML tags. We have header, title. We can have script and then body. Okay. So this is all fine. So this is the heading that I'm putting AWS cors demo. That is the content of index.html. When I open index.html, what should I show? AWS S3 cors demo. So I'm putting one small JavaScript here. This is a small JavaScript, JS script. What I'm doing, I'm calling load.html into the same index.html. Will this work? It will work because index.html, load.html, both are in the same bucket. If now that is the first scenario, it will work. What's the next scenario? Instead of load.html, I'll create another bucket. There I'll upload load.html. That object URL, I'll put it here instead of load.html. Will that work? It will not work because I'm calling it from the other bucket. Then I need to go and enable cors in bucket 2. Then if I refresh or upload it back again, then I can see it. Should I do this? Okay, Nana. So now what I do is, index.html and load.html contain only this is loading from the same bucket. Should I upload these 2 files? Okay. Okay. I'm uploading index.html, load.html. I click on upload. What I need to do after this? Make it public. Select all, go to actions and make it public. And how to make it static website hosting? Go to properties, down, edit, enable Here I need to put index.html. That's it. Save changes. So now I'm opening this. If I open, my both lines are working or not? This is index.html and this is load.html. Both are working now. Everyone clear till here? Okay. This is a developer topic actually. Okay. Now what I do is I'll create another bucket, cards bucket 2, and I upload load.html there. Then I'll take that URL and update in index.html. Okay. Now let's go to so I need to create one more bucket or not? Create bucket and call it as 9 a.m. cards bucket 2 enable and then create bucket. In this bucket, which one I need to upload? Load.html. Very good. This load.html is there. I upload it. Upload. Close. So now I need to make it public or not? Because by default, this is private. So make it public. Nice. And if I open this, I have the object URL here. Now I go to my index.html here. Instead of calling load.html, now I will be calling from other bucket. You understood this part? Online, everyone understood this part, please? Nana, index.html, is it possible to modify index.html in S3 console? I cannot edit it, no? So I'm editing here locally. I save it. So I need to upload it back or not? Yes. So now in cards bucket 1, index.html is there. Now I have modified this index.html and then uploading it back. Upload. Whenever you upload, by default, this will become private again. So and again, I need to make it public. Okay, Dana. So now if I refresh this page, can I see the second line? Yes or no? Let's see. Gone. Why? This is the developers. Actually, developers will give this kind of problems to you. Developers will come to you and say, hey, few images are working, few images are not working. Few files are working, few HTML files are not working. Because they are calling the files from different buckets. So to show you if you right click and then inspect, do you see? Right click and inspect. If you go to console, do you see this here? This is how you need to find out the error. When they are not able to access few images or files, then go to inspect and from the console, you can see the error like this. By seeing that error, what do you get to know? Cards is disabled. So now I need to enable the cards. Where? Bucket 1 or bucket 2? Bucket 2. Now I go to bucket 2. Go to permissions. Come down. We have the cards. Do you see we have learn more now? Open that. Because I need to take the JSON script now. Do you see cards configuration here? Open that. And this is the JSON script that I have. Copy this. And then go here, edit, and then paste it. So now you are allowing origins to which bucket you need to allow? Bucket 1. So you need to take this entire URL and paste it here, or you can put star. If you put star, what will happen? So to all origins, it will allow. But if you don't want that, give just only the URL of this. Now I modified this and click on save. Now from bucket 2, cards is enabled. Now if I go and refresh this, my second line will come or will not come? Will come. If I refresh and the cards error is gone, it's gone. Understood? Real-time scenario, how the developers will face the issues and how do you resolve it? Understood, Nana? How come you understood? You saying like this? You just came. Okay. Clear? You can get that from your friends, huh? Course. Online, is this clear, everyone? Everyone, please, CC. Super. Great. Okay, so that was on the cards in the permission section. And now let's go to metrics. By the way, access points. Have you tried? Huh? Which one? Little bit. So you are on trials. Very good. Okay. Online, how about you, Nana? Did you guys are all trying? So in real time, when I ask my juniors or my team members, what is the update on the task? They'll say, WIP. WIP, they will say. What is WIP? Work in progress. Shortcut dumpal, right? So you don't call it as WIP, okay? Because that is really careless answer. So of course they don't say WIP, they'll say, so Riya's WIP is WIP, work in progress. And WIP, they will put it only in the chat. They don't communicate. So if I say that, Harish is asking, Riyaz, what is update? WIP. What WIP? Huh? So in the chat, they will say WIP, but when you communicate, call it as work in progress. Okay, so no problem. Take your time on the access points and do it. So rest are all completed, no? Okay, good. So now in the metrics, what is the metrics here? Monitoring. Metrics is related to monitoring. So in real time, now it is 9am cost bucket 2. I don't have any data inside it. But in real time, you might be having terabytes of data, hundreds of gigabytes of data. And if you want to know what is the total bucket size, that is maximum object size. Okay, now you tell me what is the maximum bucket size? Unlimited. What is the maximum bucket size? Unlimited. But if you have some data, 5 GB or 10 GB of 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte, 10 terabyte, 50 terabytes, it will be shown here in the graph model. As I don't have any data, now it says no data. Here also shows total number of objects, how many number of objects are there, it will show. Now coming to storage class analysis. As the name says, what is that name? Storage class analysis. Now, assume in your real time, you have hundreds of buckets. So many buckets are there. So many thousands of objects are there. By seeing it, is it possible for you to know which objects is frequently accessed, which object is not frequently accessed, which object is intelligent tiering access? Do you know? You don't know. Let's take first year, second year, third year photos only. All right. So is it possible you to know who is accessing which photos at what regular point of time? No. So for this purpose, what they do is storage class analysis is what you can do. You can create analytic configuration. When you create, what will happen is it will give you a nice report. Which object is at frequently used, which objects are not frequently used. Based on that, can you select it and then create LCM for it? Yes. This is just for your analysis purpose. How? See, create, configuration, give some name. I told you, you can create the configuration for your prefix or you can give it for entire bucket. Yes or no? You understand? All features, S3 features, you can set it up for a prefix or for your entire bucket. So if you have a requirement of different subfolders, first year photos, second year photos, third year photos. So would you do this for only particular prefix or you can do it for your entire bucket also? It's up to you. So now that's it. There is nothing. If you click on create configuration, of course, export CSV, it will generate one Excel sheet. Based on the Excel sheet, you create a LCM rules for it. I'll show you how to create LCM rules. But do you understand this? Storage class analysis. It will give you the nice report. Storage class analysis report. Next, coming to what? Replication matrix. Did we created any replication till now? No. So when you create a replication, then this matrix, this box will be enabled here. So replication metrics are not available for this bucket because we have not created any replication rules. Do you understand this matrix? Metric is all about just for monitoring purpose. How many buckets are there? Sorry, what is the total size of the bucket? How many objects? And you can analyze your storage class of your buckets and it'll generate a report for you. See, analyze storage access pattern to help you to decide when to transition objects to appropriate storage class. Understood? Now coming to management. In management, we have lifecycle rules, replication rules. So lifecycle rules is related to what? LCM. Understood? Replication rules are related to? What is that? CRR. CRR, SRR. That is related to replication rules. Lifecycle rules are related to your LCM, lifecycle management. Okay. Now coming to this management and lifecycle rules, I'm giving you a real-time scenario for you. Chitty, I have a requirement like this. Everyone started uploading objects in my bucket. Exactly from today. This is 0th day. So everyone has uploaded my objects today. From today, next 30th day. Whenever you upload any objects, firstly, what is the default storage class? Standard frequently access. So today people have uploaded all the objects within the standard frequently access storage class. Exactly after 30th day, all these objects should be moved to infrequently access. Is it possible for you to remember, put an alarm on your watch or create a calendar request? Can you do that? No, it's not possible. So I want after 30th day, all my objects, that can be my entire bucket or it can be only prefix. It can be only prefix. So what I do is here now, so I need to create an LCM rule. After 30th day, it should be moved to the infrequently access. After 90th day, it should move to Glacier. After that, 1 year, after 1 year, I should delete it. Delete it. Should we create a rule like this for this? So Nana, in real time, rules requirement will be different types of requirement will be there. So I'm creating one requirement now, I'm showing you. So what is the requirement? From today we'll upload. After 30th day, it should move to infrequently. After 90th day, it should move to Glacier. After 1 year, it should delete. Should we create a rule for that? And also remember, there are 2 types of actions here. What are those? In lifecycle management, there are 2 types of actions. Tipuri. No. See in your books. See there. Backside. Yanakamala. What is that? Transition and expiration. Moving the objects from one storage class to another storage class, we call it as transition. After some time, we will delete it. No, that is called expiration. So there are 2. And also remember, this LCM can be done for your current versions also, previous versions also. Yes or no? Clear? Okay. Now let's go and create a lifecycle rule. How? Create lifecycle. Let's create. Call it as from, give a rule. We are moving from standard FA to IA to Glacier. Just to remember, in real time, you need to use the proper. So I told you this, choose a rule scope. You can do it for your entire bucket or you can do it for your prefix. I'm going for the entire bucket. See here, life cycle rule actions. I told you can do it for the current versions also, for your previous version, that meaning non-current versions also. So which one should we do now? First, current version. So I'm selecting the current versions. Okay. Now by default, our storage class, what is our storage class? Standard frequently. So standard frequently will not be shown because that is a default storage class. Now I need to move it to infrequently. See which one I need to select. infrequently. Is it mandatory that I need to move it to infrequently? It is based on your requirement. You can move it to one zone also. You can move directly to glacier also. You can move however you want. So now I'm moving to infrequently access. How many days? 30 days. If I put 29, will this work? No. If I this, it will not work because the minimum duration is 30 days. So now I put it here, 30. After that, glacier. So I need to add transition or not? One more transition. So I need to move it to glacier. Either you can move to intelligent tire also, you can move to one zone also, you can move it to anywhere. But remember, you can go down, but you cannot come up. Okay, now can I move it to infrequently access again back? No, only down, not up. So now I'm going to glacier. How many days? 60 days. 60 plus 30 will become 90. If you still want, can you add transition, move it to deep archive? Yes, but I don't want. After this, what I need? Deletion. And do you see another checkbox? Expire current version of the object. So I need to check. When you check it, this label will come and I'll delete after 365 days. Understood? So this is the timeline. Day 0, objects are uploaded. Day 30th, objects move to the standard infrequently. Day 60th, I mean after day 998, it will move to the glacier. After day 65, it will be expire. If you create like this and you apply for the entire bucket or a prefix, automatically it will move to the storage classes. And understood now? So this is how you create. So after deleting objects are expire, delete marker will be there, no? If you want to permanently delete this one, delete expire object, delete markers. That delete markers will also get deleted automatically. So simply go ahead and create it. That's it. If you create a rule for the entire bucket, does it make any sense to create another rule? No. So can you create multiple rules if you have created for prefixes? Yes. If you have created, you can, if you create a rules for prefixes, you can create multiple rules. But if you create a rule for your entire buckets, you cannot, doesn't make any sense to create another rule. Online, is this clear, Nana, how to create LCM rules? Online, is this clear, please? Super. Okay, so that is on the life cycle rules. Next, coming to replication. So replication, do you remember what is replication rule meaning? What is that? So replicating the objects from one bucket to another bucket, which is in the another different two regions. That is called cross-region replication. If your buckets are in the same region, SRR, both are same concept, but selecting the buckets in the different regions. Should we do that? For that, I'll create a new bucket now. You tell me how to do that, huh? Create bucket. I call it as 9 a.m. CRR bucket 1. First, we need to create, no? How many buckets you need to do for that minimum? 2, no? So I'm creating bucket 1. In which region? Mumbai region. So I'm creating in Mumbai region. So for doing the replication, does it require any public or private buckets? It can be anything. So which bucket I need to create? Public or private? Private. So I'm creating a private ACLs, disable. And remember, for doing CRR, what is mandatory? Versioning is mandatory. So you need to enable this or not? Enable the version. Okay, now. So now I just go ahead and click on create bucket. So I create one bucket in Mumbai. I need to create one more bucket now. Click on. Is it possible to change the region? Previously, I can change. Few days back, I could change because I said it is a drop-down box. Now, forcefully, what I need to do? I need to change it here. That is the only difference. So now let's say I'm going to our favorite Ireland. I have doubt on you, sir. Why RL was Ireland? Huh? Now it is changed to Ireland. So 9 a.m. CRR bucket 2. ACS disable and enable the versioning, and then click on create buckets. But I can see, I can see everything over here only. Do I need to change it to Ireland? Not required, no. So I can come back to Mumbai. This is the only change. I didn't like this change, but still, because all the regions, see, Ireland bucket is also showing in one place. That is the reason it was global in previously, because all the buckets I can see it here only. Okay, anyways. So now I created CRR bucket 1 and CRR bucket 2. So now I need to create a rule. I need to move from Mumbai to Ireland. So tell me, where should I create a rule? In Mumbai or Ireland? Mumbai, no, obviously. Where I need to create a CRR rule? In the Mumbai. So I'm going to CRR bucket, Mumbai. Go to. Meanwhile, I need to upload one couple of files. No, let's try to upload one. Let's try to upload one file, image 1. Now this will get replicated. Is it replicated? No, right? Rule is not created. How come it will replicate? So let's go to management and click on create replication rule. Right, sir, in one region, how many buckets are created? I told you in one account, maximum 100 buckets. Let's see whether that is also changed or not. Right? How many buckets? Maximum buckets in S3. How many? 100. You need to request up to 1,000 more buckets by submitting a service limit increase. That is from the service quotas. Okay. So that is not changed. So that is same. Okay. So now I'm creating a replication rule. Huh? So what is the replication rule? So replication from Mumbai to Ar. Okay. Okay. Status enable. What is our source? Bucket 1, Mumbai. And I told you, remember, your destination bucket can be in the same account also. That can be in the another account. Yes or no? Okay. In source bucket, you want to replicate the entire bucket or prefix. Anything is fine because based on your requirement. So I'm going for the entire bucket. Okay. Now destination. Where is our destination? Choose a bucket in this account or in another account. In the account, browse. Which one I need to select? That is why this has become CRR. If I select and the bucket which is in the Mumbai, that will become SRR. So both are same. So I'm selecting here bucket 2. Choose path. Clear? Role. So this is also another roles concept. I told you one bucket can has access to another bucket generally. Remember, in AWS, no one will talk to each other. So if you want to make to talk to each other, what is the concept you need to use? Roles you need to use. So here one bucket need to replicate his object to another bucket, no? So we need to create a role for it. But don't worry, AWS made us very lazy. You know need to create a role, ask them to create a new role. Okay, ask them to create a new role. So AWS will create a role automatically based on because you have given source destination details, no? Based on that rule, we will create it automatically role. Okay, now next, encryption. So if you want to replicate because there might be in source bucket, there might be objects with encryption. So if you want that encryption objects also to be replicated, select that. So see, replicate SSC, KMS, and DMS encrypted object if you required. Is it required for me now? Not required. And by default in our storage class, in your bucket, standard frequently, but there might be infrequently also based on it. So if you want to change the storage class for the replicated objects, change it if at all required. Otherwise, no need. Now, these are all additional options. This is optional for you, not mandatory. So now we have a concept called here RTC. What is that? What is RTC? Not TSRTC, right? Replication time control. By default, it will replicate immediately within few seconds. But maximum, how much time will it take here? 15 minutes. So if at all, Nana, in your previous, in metric section, we had replication metrics, that was disabled. If you enable this, that metrics will get enabled for monitoring purpose. So how many, how much time it is taking to replicate all your objects, every metrics that will come. But do you need this now here? Uncheck this. And remember, you have source bucket, destination bucket. If you delete anything in source, that will get automatically deleted in destination? Yes or no? Answer is no. Answer is no. But if you want to get deleted, delete marker replication. Because in source bucket, if you delete any object, delete marker will be applied. No. If you apply the same delete marker in destination bucket, there also object will get deleted. So if you want that, if you delete here, and if you want to get deleted in another bucket, then enable the delete marker replication. Otherwise, not required. This is related to your metadata. It's up to you. Is this clear, Nana? All these options are optional. Based on the requirement, you need to select it. But I told you all the options here. Online, is this clear? Now I finally click on save. I told you this. Whenever you're creating a rule, existing object is there, no? Which one? Image one is there, no? Image one is there. So when I said, I told you this already before in theoretical session, whenever you're creating a CRR rule, it will give a dialog box that Babu, existing objects are there. You want to replicate that also using what operation? Batch operation. Remember one-time batch operation? Do you see this here? You can enable a one-time batch operation job from this replication configuration to replicate objects that are already exist in the bucket. Now I have only one object, but in real time, assume that you have 1 terabyte of data and you want to replicate to another bucket. You cannot do it manually. So this will create a one-time job batch operation for you. So if you say yes, it will get replicated all the thing. If you say no, it will not replicate. Only new objects will get replicated. So now I'm saying no. So my image one is replicated? No. So now rule got created, Nana. Now rule got created. So now I go to objects, image one. I open another tab. So I'll select which one? Bucket 2. Image 1 is there here? No, right? Image 1 is there. Existing objects are not replicated. Now what I do is I'll upload a add files, another image 2 I'll upload. Now this will get replicated? Yes or no? Let's go here. So it will take maximum 15 minutes, but it doesn't take that much. So you say, do some magic. Do some magic, no? Okay. And there we go. So your magic worked, right? Image 2 is here. You got replicated? So guys, if you want to do the practicals on this, do with one small image. Don't do it keeping 10 GB, 1 terabyte file there. So remember, data transfer cost will come. So what is the size? This is only 7 KB. 7 KB moving from Mumbai to Ireland doesn't charge much at all. So do all kind of practice with small files. And the same process for the bigger files also. Is it clear, CRR? There is question, sir, using CRR, anyone can replicate any image to any account, which is not good sometimes. I think we should have some permissions like kind of things. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. So let's say I have so many different photos and videos with me. That's why I said, if I want to replicate, then I need to create a rule. Without rule, can I replicate it? No. So you had to be steady. Don't do this in the weekends, because in weekends, so you will not be very conscious. You will be creating rules in different. So you have to be conscious while creating the rule. Okay. Okay. Now your question is, Pawan is asking, sir, anyone can create any rule, anyone can replicate. So we need to restrict them. Of course, restrict them using IAM policy, no? Let's say, for example, I have my project. You're all working in my project. So I have a Funny and Harish is there. Huh? I don't want Funny to create rules in my bucket. Can I restrict him? Create some IAM policy, no? Simple as that. I'll give access only to his bucket, not for my bucket. So like this, you can set it up the permissions. Is it clear, guys, on the CRR? And if you select the bucket in the same region, that will become SRR. Okay. So next is here is inventory configuration. Huh? Okay. That is called replication, no? Okay. So now I go to management. And what we have in here? Inventory configuration. What is generally inventory meaning? Stock, collection. So let's say there is a big go down is there. I'll tell, where is DevOps guys? Where is, $10 is here. Where is other guy? Online, Chandan. Okay, fine. So I'll tell Funny that, hey, Funny, go and then collect entire information. What he'll do, he'll take a pen and paper and he will write the information about it. So chips, how many packets are there, right? And etc., how many things are there. That is called inventory. So here also, as a manager, I'll tell to Harish. You only. Right? I'll tell to Harish, hey, Harish, you have so many buckets. Let's say there is a bucket called boom bucket. Inside that, I need entire information. How many objects are there? There's replications are there, encryptions are there, and how many buckets, what are rules are there, which storage class, every information I need for each and every object. Is that possible manually? So what Harish will do, he'll just go and create a inventory configuration. If you click on inventory configuration, right, and if you give all the information, it will generate a Excel sheet. You want this daily, weekly, your wish. Output is CSV file. And if your interest is Parquet or ORC, that is different type of extensions, different type of things, output formats are those. And then what all the extra information that you need. Select this and create it. But you don't create it because it will take how much time? 48 hours to deliver the first report. Don't do it. But can you do it in real time if required? Just select this and click on create. Automatically Excel sheet will be generated and throw it is through your manager's face. Take it. Access points you need to do. Okay, now? So, but you are able to understand the access points concept, no? So create a bucket or multiple buckets, right? And create multiple IAM users, and then create access points. And the user need to access his own bucket with the access points and create a public access points, not the private one. it will be little bit multiple things you need to do, but I want you to do it. Just go to Google and just type, no, how to do access point. Everything will come step by step. Try it out. So why I'm giving this is, I want you to habituate how the things will be done in the real time. In the real time, task will come that you may know the task, or you might not knowing the task. If you know, you can directly do it how you did all the practicals till now. But if you don't know any tasks which has come to you, what you need to do? You will sit and cry. I don't know the task. Help me. No. So you just need to go to mummy, Google mummy, ask mummy, how to do the access points. Who is daddy? Huh? Google is mummy. Who's daddy? Chat GPT. Okay. Anyways, understand? Huh? Everything is clear on S3. So congratulations, we are done with S3. The deeper level of S3 things. Any questions? Any things that you want any help? Yeah. Easy, no? Question, huh? No, tell me. There is question on your face. Your face on. No, huh? Clear, huh? Ah, clear. There is a question. Nilima, I have 3 years of experience in IT working as application support project. Could you please share the sample resume which will help us in switching the companies? Sure, definitely. And end of the course, I'll share it to you. Sample resumes. But did I told you this already about the resumes? So I don't. So when I send a resume, people are so much lazy. They don't even modify the resume. They'll just change the name, and the phone number is also the old phone number. What is this? Not everyone, but some few people are very like. So fortunately, unfortunately, they're missing the opportunities. So this time, maybe I'll give the format and I'll give the roles and responsibility. Take that and put it in your own format. Okay. But if something is really required, then somehow I'll give you a sample things. Don't worry. Okay. Super. Any other questions, Anna? Meanwhile, so I'll keep on. I'll do. I don't think so, Sharada. So you, um, yeah, Sharada. But the thing is, so guys, what I would say is, you decided that you want to take this course, AWS course, and you have to put effort on it. That's it. Everyone are busy, definitely. Working people are also there. They have the deadlines, etc., etc. But what I would suggest is, Sharada, take the recordings and then go through it. That is what I suggest. So if you want to attend another next batch, unnecessary waste of time. Yes or no? You already spent since February, you are with me. Now it is April. And again, you need to spend another 60 days, which is not good. So what I would suggest is, Sharada, go through the recordings. That will be helpful for you. Any other questions while cleaning up? No problem. Huh? Ah, ah. Hmm. And this got. Depend upon your data. How much big data you have, that much time it will take for the inventory. Kada? Correct, same. Huh? If I have a room, I said count the number of chairs. You'll say 20, 30. But if you have big go down with chairs, take time. That's it. Any other questions? How many days left to complete this course? I'm not counting. Why you guys are counting? It'll take the end of the month for sure. End of the month or a little bit even more also. End of the month or like this. But I didn't count it, but I'm just giving the average. Online, any other questions, Chitty, meanwhile? Mail me, Nilima. But I don't recommend you to do the trials now because we are still learning, right? Unless you don't miss the opportunities. How many hours per day we should be spent before giving the certificate? Why you're so calculated? Do you need to spend, you want to calculate the number of hours? So I don't think so. See, anyways, if I said in the day one itself, if you concentrate my class, and if you're able to ask the questions, will you able to answer all the things? Just ask yourself. If you're able to do so, you can easily clear the certifications. Easily. But what I do is, at the end of the course, I'll give you a few sample papers. Go through that sample papers, that is online only, and then do it multiple times. Because certifications, it's a multiple choice questions, and that too it is scenario based. Few questions will be scenario based. That scenario based questions, you will get habituated with the practice papers that I will be sharing it. Just go through it, read it, try to understand, put the answer. No problem. First time, second times, you might fail in that practice papers. That is very common, very general, right? Once you keep on doing it multiple times, all the questions and type of questions will get sit in your brain. And with the logics that we have learned, so easily you can clear the certification. So none of my students got failed till now. So most of the people are passed with my course itself, but to make you practice, I'll give the practice papers. I don't like to give dumps because certification is, it is about your validation, man. Correct? There are multiple ways to do the certifications. Many people know all those things. But the thing is, you have to validate yourself, how good you are in AWS. If you do the certification and you have passed the certification, that kick is different. And you feel more confident, right? How can we learn the AWS SDK to do that with the program? That is not a separate thing to learn, Afros. So I'll be teaching you AWS CLI. And for SDKs, you know how to run Java files. You just need to download SDKs and start coding with the sample things, sample snippets, Afros. Any other questions? I have 10 minutes. Without certificate, can get a job AWS fresher? Okay. You went to the restaurant and you ordered biryani. I know. And then you had a biryani and you didn't ask salad for it. Or you didn't had a soft drink with it. How does it feel? Incomplete. Yes or no? Anyhow, you have spent a lot of time with me to learn AWS course. Certification is just one step ahead. Why you're stopping in that step? You spent this much time, you learned a lot of things. With this knowledge, you can clear the certification, no, which is valid for 3 years. Why you're missing that? Don't miss it. So what I would recommend is, after this course, right, practice the practice papers that I'll be sharing and go through all the things that we have learned. My pains are enough. And then appear for the certification exam. Easily you can clear it. And that is valid for 3 years. You can show with that certificate, you are most preferred in all kind of opportunity. And by the way, good news is market is up. it's going up now. So all recession, everything is done. So a lot of opportunities are coming in. Very good for you. So of course, yes. The only thing is you need to find out that kind of company. Okay. So be ready with it. Next, sir, can we attend for AWS interview with basic Linux knowledge, or do we need to complete Linux classes also? Basic Linux is fine, but I would recommend to complete the Linux class, which is free for you. No, already I think Imran started. Huh? Yesterday started, no? Join. Anyways, I think he'll be talking about administration, Linux administration. So that is an additional expertise that you will get in your profile. So if you go with only ls command, cp command, move command, LKG people or 10th class people will also will do that. But little bit, why, see, when I'm hiring you, I'll ask, what is so special in you so that I can hire you? Tell me the answer for that. Your mouths are shut now. Tell me honestly, why should I hire you? I have people like you, 10 people are there in interviews. 3 people are there. Tell me, Pani, why should I hire you? Harish, why should I hire Mohammed? Why should I hire you? Why are you so? Can you explain? Why are you so different? Give me one reason for it. Then you can say, I have AWS certification, right? And I completed Linux administration course, and I have complete hands-on on it. If Funny said, Gaya. So for that reason, you should be ready with the technology. What is there for you, Nana? AWS, Linux, right? And then I said DevOps, little bit of Python skills. This for your entire career, this is fine. Don't worry about AI. AI will not. Okay. AI will not touch AWS and DevOps. Mark my words. People are very scared about, sir, AI will overtake all our jobs or not. Many people have this, right? That will not. Okay. Understood. AI will help you to do or control the process a little bit better. It will not replace. AWS will not replace, AI will not replace creating load balancer, launching EC2 instance, deploying these things. Yes, that can be done using DevOps. You have a tool called Terraforms that you'll be learning in DevOps. So little bit of coding, little bit of light things of scripting. If you keep it, your entire future will be clean and green. Don't restrict yourself with only AWS. AWS is good, but you need to little bit enhance, no? I would recommend because you are saying, sir, Python is also required. Today, I mean, in our course, we have done Lambda, no? For any kind of automation, we need Python. In your company, if you join your company and if your manager say that, hey, I have 100 machines, can you go and stop the machines? Will you keep and sit at that time, right click, stop 100 machines? Python is required or not? For that kind of basic knowledge, Python isn't required. Basic is fine. No need to go to advanced Python and learn all those things. No need. You should be able to understand the Python script, that is, and modify it. Next question, we'll say research students. Good. Sir, after AWS, DevOps, Python, which order is best? Which order is best, or any other additional suggestions? Go to DevOps. Next step, DevOps. And Python also parallel you can do. Next, how could be the generation AI contribute in AWS? Can you please elaborate in AI? That is not yet. That is the next level. It is next future generation. It's not it. AI is artificial intelligence to just automate few things. Okay, not complete things. Don't worry on that. On AWS point of view, AWS can be automated through little bit things of like Terraforms, because we have launched EC2 instances. We have created a load balancer that can also be done using code. Just imagine you are in my team and one developer is there. And I said, launch 300 machines. Everyone, my team is sitting and launching machines. Can developer write one small program and then hit enter? Yes or no? So if you want to be in that situation, you need to learn a little bit of scripting, as said. It's not a rocket science. Terraform is also very nice. All the snippets will be readily available from Mummy. Just take it off, modify, and then do it. Okay, it's not a big deal. Can you suggest any trainer for DevOps in Nourish IT? Oh. How did you found me? How did you found me? Right? So there are many people who said about me, or luckily, suddenly you are in my badge, right? So what you did was I gave the demo, you liked on the day one itself, and you found that this is the right guy I need. Similarly, you try to attend the DevOps class, demo classes, and if you feel that is the right guy, just join it. Everyone are good in Nourish IT. That is how they hire. But Ria sir is unique. Sir, Python will replace the Java in future. Python is like for AWS, Python is like girlfriend. Jan Jigar. Most of the things are running on Python only. So I don't think so it will replace Java. Java is very good to develop the applications. With Python, also you can develop, but not as up to Java. Java is only for the front end. And of course, the middle and back end also. But to do all these things, we need AWS, right? So, and then to do the script, to do the automations, we need Python. So I don't think so it will replace Java. Resume building session for AWS. You want to? Well, you have mentors for that. So mentors are available after the course. You can sit with them and then they will help you to build the resume, right? So you are going to Bahubali and asking, can you please hold my knife? Yes or no? So to hold your knives, all sipais are there, right? I mean, example I'm saying. So you get utilize me for the bigger things, not with the small things. Okay. So we have the mentors to clarify your doubts, to build your resumes, right? Any kind of support, everything, they will do it. Okay. Of course, I'll be there. Sir, you'll be covering SageMaker? No. Sanjay, that is machine learning tool, Sanjay, which everyone cannot handle it now. So I think you can make it after the course by yourself, but I'll show you a few references for it, Sanjay. Any other things? So guys, I'm asking you questions, please, right? All of a sudden, when I say tomorrow is the last class, then people will say, sir, one more day for question and answer, sir. So I'm asking you to ask your questions. So please, how can we participate for trainer area in future if you are interested? You put, he's asking, sir, indirectly he's asking, Afroz, how can be a AWS trainer? You are taking my chair. But yeah, of course, you can. But the trainer should have passion. Without passion, you cannot teach. Passion. So see, there are so many people, those who are super good in technical, but they cannot speak. They cannot present. They can communicate. There are so many people that presentation skills will be superb, but no technical. There are few people which are only on the fingers. Those are good in presentation, good in technical as well. But if you are good in both, come, we both will fight. Okay. Next, it seems today we had our last class. We won't meet tomorrow onwards. Why? We still have so many days. As we have time, so I'm asking you to ask you any questions. Terraform will be from DevOps, Babu, Sridhar. You want one tuition master for all subjects. Huh? Slowly, sir, Linux, sir, Terraform, sir, Docker, sir, Kubernetes, Python. Sir, how to do CRR if you want all the configurations to be same? Like for example, all files in Mumbai regions with bucket name morning, and I want all configuration name, bucket name also. What is it? Example, all files in Mumbai region with bucket name morning and want all configurations same and bucket name also. How come the bucket name will be the same? Because bucket name is unique and universal. The bucket name should be different and rest everything can be same. Yashashvi. Any other questions? How's going? Everything is good? Offline, happy faces. Online, all good, Nana? Course point of view, sessions. Sir, currently as it is how much it is and go for 10, Praveen. Double. Yes, you can. That's a good one. Great. So can you get the final CC for today, please? CC with smile online. And guys, I'll upload you are there, sir. All good. Thank you, Pawan and everyone. So I'll upload the task in the Google Classroom and I'll upload the course index.html also for your reference. You can take it and then do the practicals. Okay, now? Super. So that is all. Let's connect tomorrow with the next service, next beautiful service. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow, guys.